Welcome back to AquaSea Healing Frequency Podcast. I'm Meiji and I'm honored to continue this journey with you. This time, flowing with the sacred cycles of nature. Living in Rhythm is a 4-part exploration of how to live, heal, and expand in harmony with the Earth's seasons. Just as the tides rise and fall, we too move through rest, growth, release, and renewal. This season, we tune into the wisdom of the wheel. Spring's awakening, summer's radiance, autumn's letting go, and winter's quiet return. Through energy, intuition, and rituals, we'll explore how to plant seeds of intention, shine in our fullness, release with grace, restore in stillness. This isn't about forcing change, it's about listening to the rhythms that already live within you. You are nature, you are sacred rhythm. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, reconnect, and realign with your own intuitive cycles, guided by Earth's wisdom. So take a breath, feel your feet on the earth, sense the seasons you're in, and let's walk this spiral path together. Welcome back to Living in Rhythm. I'm glad you're here. In the past few episodes, we've been exploring what it means to reconnect with movement in our own lives. First through curiosity, then through gentle devotion to growth. And today we arrive at something that often comes next, discernment. Because once curiosity opens the door, and once new energy begins moving again, life starts asking something of us. Where will this energy go? Not every opportunity is meant for you. Not every invitation is aligned. And not every yes is sacred. Today we explore the practice of the sacred yes. Not as obligation, not as pressure, but as a deeply embodied recognition of what truly belongs on your path. In this episode, we'll explore how the body recognizes alignment, why many of us say yes from habit rather than truth, how nervous system regulations sharpens discernment, and how to honor the commitments that genuinely support your life. Take a slow breath with me. Inhale through the nose. Exhale slowly. A sacred yes does not rush. It arrives when clarity and capacity meet. Why we struggle to say a true yes. Many of us learn to say yes long before we learn to feel what alignment actually is. We said yes to be helpful. We said yes to be liked. We say yes to avoid disappointing others. Sometimes we said yes simply because it was easier than explaining no. Over time, this creates a pattern. The body stops checking in. The mind answers automatically. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I'll make time. Yes, that sounds good. But inside, something might feel tight. A subtle contraction in the chest, a heaviness in the belly, a quiet sense of depletion before anything has even begun. That's the body trying to speak. Alignment is rarely dramatic. It usually appears as a quiet internal signal. This feels right, or this feels off. But if your system is used to moving quickly or prioritizing other people's needs, those signals can be hard to hear. And this is something I've had to learn on my own path as well. As I continue walking this path of healing, I've noticed that the more I do my own inner work, the more people are naturally drawn to the calm or grounded energy that I hold. Friends may come to share what they're carrying. Someone might ask for space to process something difficult, and I care deeply about offering that kind of presence. But I've also learned that before I say yes, I have to pause and check in with my own body. Do I have the capacity to hold space right now? Because holding space for someone, even in friendship, is still an energetic change. And after those conversations, I often need time to clear my own body, to release any emotions or energies that might have lingered. There are days when I have that capacity, and there are days that I don't. On those days, discernment means saying, can we talk another time? Or, I want to be fully present for you, and today isn't the best day for me. This pause isn't rejection, it's care for myself and for the other person. Because a true yes comes from presence. And the practice of the sacred yes begins with something very simple. Slowing down enough to feel. The somatic signals of alignment. Alignment is not primarily a mental calculation. It's a physiological response. Your body often recognizes truth before your mind explains it. When something is generally aligned, you might notice subtle signals in the body. A sense of expansion in the chest, steadier breathing, a grounded feeling in the belly, a quiet clarity rather than urgency. Aligned choices often feel energizing rather than draining. Even if they require effort, even if they feel slightly unfamiliar. There's a sense of movement with life rather than pushing against it. On the other hand, misaligned commitments often feel different. You might notice tension in the shoulders, shallow breathing, mental spinning, or a quiet wish to escape the conversation. And sometimes those signals appear very quickly. For example, someone might ask for your time, and before you even answer, your body already knows. The shoulder lifts, the breath becomes shallow, the mind begins calculating how you'll make it work. Not because you want to, but because you've learned to override yourself. These signals are not flaws, they're feedback. Your nervous system is constantly evaluating. Do I have the capacity for this? Does this move me towards something meaningful? Or am I overriding myself again? I see this clearly in my own life as well. Because of the healing work I do, people often feel comfortable opening up around me. So even outside of sessions, friends sometimes come to me looking for a calm space to process what they're carrying. And I care deeply about offering that presence. But before I respond, I've learned to pause. I check in with my body. Is my breath steady? Do I feel grounded? Do I have the emotional capacity to truly listen? When the answer is yes, my body usually feels open. There's space in my chest, a sense of steadiness, even if I know the conversation might be heavy. But when the answer is no, my body tells me that too. There might be tightness, fatigue, a quiet inner voice saying, not today. And honoring that signal isn't selfish, it's wisdom. Because when you say yes from depletion, we're not actually offering our full presence. Learning to recognize these signals is the foundation of the sacred yes. And the beautiful thing is that this awareness can be practiced right here, right now. Somatic aligned practice. Wherever you are right now, allow your body to settle slightly. If you're seated, feel the weight of your body in the chair. If you're standing, notice your feet meeting the ground. Take a slow inhale through the nose and let the exhale lengthen slightly. Again, inhale and exhale slowly. Now bring to mind something you recently agreed to. It could be small, a plan, a task, a commitment. notice what happens in your body as you think about it. Not the story, just the sensations. Does your breath deepen or shorten? Does your chest feel open or slightly tight? Now imagine gently saying the word yes to this commitment. Quietly in your mind, yes. Pause. What does your body do? Now imagine saying no, not out loud, just internally. No. Pause again. Notice the difference. Often the body knows before the mind does, and sometimes the sacred yes reveals itself simply through this contrast. Alignment isn't always loud, but it is usually clear once we slow down enough to listen. Take a deep breath here, and slowly bring your awareness back into the space around you. We are learning to listen to our bodies. The courage of a sacred yes. A sacred yes isn't just about saying yes. It's also about saying no to everything that pulls you away from what truly matters. And that can feel uncomfortable because every yes creates direction. Every commitment shapes the landscape of your time, energy, and attention. When you honor and align yes, you're also choosing what you will not carry, what you will not pause, what you will not maintain. This is why discernment can feel vulnerable, because as your boundaries become clear, the people around you may need time to adjust. If you've always been the one who says yes, the one who makes space, the one who cares more than you share, your new boundaries might feel unfamiliar to others at first. Sometimes people may question them, not necessarily out of harm, but because they were used to the old version of you. This is part of the practice, staying connected to your inner signal, trusting that your capacity matters too. Because when your commitments are aligned, something shifts. Energy stops leaking, resentment softens, momentum becomes possible. The sacred yes doesn't scatter your energy, it gathers it. Before we close today, take a moment to reflect. If you have access to a journal or a piece of paper, you might want to gather it now. A pen, a quiet moment. And if you're listening while walking or driving, simply allow the question to move through your mind. Take one slow breath in and a long breath out. Let the body settle again. Now ask yourself, where in my life am I saying yes from habit rather than alignment? You don't need to solve anything right now. Just notice what arises. Without judgment, without needing to explain it, allow the words to flow freely onto the page. Pause here if you need more time. Take another slow breath. Ask yourself, what commitment currently feels genuinely supportive for my growth? Something that feels steady, something that feels nourishing, something that your body recognizes as supportive, even if it asks something of you. Notice how that commitment feels in your body. Again, pause if you need more time. And finally, one more question. What is one area where a gentle pause might create more clarity? Not necessarily a no, just space. Space to breathe, space to listen, space to feel what is actually true for you. Again, pause here and allow the words to flow freely. Sometimes the most sacred decision is simply giving yourself time to feel. A sacred yes is not about perfection. It's about honesty. It's the moment when your mind, body, and energy agrees. This belongs in my life. Not because it's expected, not because it's impressive, but because it's aligned. And when you begin honoring those yes, life often becomes simpler, not easier, but clearer. Take one small inhale and a long exhale. Let's close with 3 gentle hums. Place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your left hand. Take a deep breath in. Feel the vibration in the chest, the steadiness in the breath. Alignment rarely arrives through force. It arrives through listening. You can gently place your hand back onto your thighs or by your side. In our next and final episode of Spring Awakening and Renewal, we'll explore manifestation magic. Spring as a portal to creation. We'll look at how the energy of spring supports bringing vision into form, and how aligned choices become the seed of what we're ready to create. Until then, honor your energy, move slowly, and let your yes be sacred. Bye! Thank you for journeying with me through another episode of AquaSea Healing Frequency Podcast. May today's reflections help you feel more connected to the earth beneath you, the seasons you are in, and the sacred rhythm that lives within your soul. As we learn to live in tune with nature's cycles, we remember that healing isn't linear. It's a spiral, a dance, a deepening. If this episode resonated with your heart, please subscribe, share it with a loved one who might need it, and leave a comment. I truly love hearing how these frequencies land for you. You can connect with me on Instagram and YouTube at AquaSea Healing Frequency, or explore more healing tools and resources through my course on Thinkific. Let the earth be your guide, and may your journey unfold in perfect rhythm. Until next time, may you move with grace, grow with intention, and always come home to your center. With love, Meiji.